What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. And welcome to Nonsensical Nonsense. I'm Glick. Tony's MIA. I don't know where he's at. No surprise there. Jeff's not here on Monday, so I'm going to hang out for a little bit and shoot this shit solo. Well, Lone Ranger style, if you will. Oh, my God. It was a Monday. If you guys aren't already, go ahead and check us out on all the social medias, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And don't forget you can join us live Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays on YouTube and Twitch. And you can't join us live. You can listen to us on Spotify and everywhere you listen to podcasts anytime you'd like, wherever you'd like. Go give us a follow, give us a like, and give us a share if you'd be so kind. We greatly appreciate that. Yes, I don't know where the guys are tonight. Well, I know where Jeff is, but I don't know where Tony D is tonight. He messaged me about an hour and a half before the show. Look, I'm not going to be able to do the show tonight, so we need to reschedule. We're good. We don't need to reschedule. But, yeah, it's been a Monday. A little hungover today. A certain podcast invited me on their show last night. Mr. Sunday Night Smoke celebrating his 100th episode. So, yeah, I couldn't miss that. I had to go hang out with my guy. So, show him some love. So, shout out to him for 100. But we got a little crazy, got a little rambunctious. And we've had this conversation how he's been trying to rope me in and sucker me in and make me look like a fool. He almost got me last night. He almost got But I was ready. I was prepared for his goofy ass. But no, all in all, we had a pretty good time last night. Tony was there. A couple of ladies that are on his normal panel. And then we had some random guests pop in and hang out. Go ahead and you can check that out on YouTube. Sunday Night Smoke Podcast on YouTube. Go check out the replay. Go give him a follow if you be so kind. Go show some love, if you will. It's going to be a little bit of a short show tonight. I just wanted to come on for a little bit because we got all kinds of things going on. You go to our Facebook page and Instagram and I think Twitter. Recently, a magazine did an article on the show. That was pretty cool. That's published and out, and there's links on all our social media for that. And it was a pretty cool experience. I've never been interviewed before, so a little cringy. I could probably do better, but I'll be more prepared for next time. But still, it was a cool experience, and kind of shocking and surprising. I didn't think that anybody was paying any attention to what we're doing here. So, but it's a Voyage. What is it? Voyage Ohio magazine. So they like to do interviews and get to know like local entrepreneurs and artists or musicians, creators, whatever, and kind of support the local area, which is cool. If you guys have watched any of the show, I'm big on supporting local talent or buying local or anything like that. So that was pretty cool to have that little spotlight on me or on us, whatever. Of course, the guys critiqued me because there was only one picture of them, even though I asked for pictures, and they wouldn't give me no pictures. So, and they don't take pictures like I do, so it wasn't like they had a whole album to choose through and find a whole bunch of pictures. But I digress. Still good article. Still cool to get us out there. And of course, they included all of the places you can find us and little clickable links. Just click right on them and boom, they're on our YouTube or on our Instagram or wherever. But a lot of things going on. Wednesday night, guys, make sure you tune in and hang out. We'll have Maddie James here from Blacktop Mojo. You know who they are. We play their music all the time. We've been playing them for the last 2 years. And almost 2 years. We're coming up on 2 years on this show. Holy shit. Holy crap. I got to look back and see when the actual anniversary is of when we did our first show. Oh, man. But that's been a gift that's kind of a dream gift for me, and it's huge. So I'm super fucking excited for that. A little nervous. I'm a lot nervous. Let's be honest. I'm a lot fucking nervous. But the guys they're getting ready to kick off another tour, so we'll get to see where they're going to be at. If they're coming near you, make sure you guys go check them out. Go show them some love. They're a fucking amazing live band. I mean, even if you are borderline of a fan of their music that we play on here, check them out live because they're fucking awesome. It was a fantastic show when I went to see them. Cannot wait for them to come back to Ohio. So I can hopefully go see them again, and I will travel. Speaking of bands I'm trying to get on the show, trying to get over and out on the show, but I know they seem to be they're getting a little busy too, which I'm happy for the guys. They got a lot of stuff going on. Had the new album that just came out and all that jazz. So lots of things going on and a lot of things in the works. People say I'm not busy and I have no life. I never stop, damn it. That's the problem. But Saturday night should be an interesting show, so definitely tune in for that one too. I think we're going to get Smoke in here with us, hanging out. Various other other guest. Maybe we'll get Rock Lee popping in. Shout out to Rock Lee. He's moving. Nobody likes to move, but he's moving out of state. He's going back home. As he said on the show, he's moving back to Utah. I think he was loading up maybe today, judging by his social media. I think he was loading up today. So, good luck on the move and be safe. But nah. Excuse me. Oh, fucking tornadoes and shit all around tonight. Everybody's freaking out in my house. My oldest one, she's a little bit of a drama queen. She called me. There's tornado watches and sirens and everything going off. Be careful. And then I get home and she's sitting on the couch watching the news, getting more and more paranoid and freaked out. I'm like, Austin, calm down. It's not that big a deal. Um, she's like, you don't understand. There's tornadoes and everything. And again, not that big of a deal. It'll be all right. We got we got a couple interior places we can hunker down if we had to. Take the things that are important: the Xbox, my TV, laptop. She's not paying any attention to me. I thought I was going to get a reaction or get something thrown at me. I keep forgetting that I recently put earrings back in for the first time in probably 18 years this weekend, and I'm still getting used to them. And I keep hitting them, and catching them on shit because I'm not used to them being there. Changes are always good. But yeah, like I said, lots of cool things happening. Lots of cool things happening for people around us. Like I said, with Rockley and the move, and Smoke's doing big things as always. Um, Tony is doing Tony things. He's so hard to keep up with. I don't know how anybody does it. He's a hard one to keep up with. I think he's going to continue his football talk rolling with the XFL, which I might try to get a little bit more involved with. I don't know if you guys have watched the XFL. I watched a game and a half last night, and it's rough to watch. It's not very good. It's very, no disrespect to the guys out there on the field playing the game or anything like that, but there's a reason why they didn't make it in the NFL, or never made it to the NFL. I guess you could, depending upon the case, but maybe it'll get better. Maybe it'll get better as the season goes. I think it's still, they had the season a couple years back, and it was cool. It was fun to watch. And then they had a hiatus, and The Rock just bought it. So, they're trying to do a lot of things and be innovative in certain ways. Get away from regular football, the NFL, and establish a name for themselves. But there's a lot going on, and the gameplay is. They want to speed it up, but it's not quite there yet. There are a lot of cool. I mean, like I said, there are a lot of cool things. When they score a touchdown, they can go for 1, 2, or 3 points. And there's no field goals. I haven't seen anybody kick a field goal, but you line up different spots of the field. I think 1 point is like on the 3-yard line or whatever, 2-yard line. 2 points is like the 5 or 10, and then 15 or 20 yards back for 3 points after you score a touchdown. So, which is pretty cool. But It's not what those guys are used to. So you got a little feeling out and figuring out process. And I did notice yesterday, like I said, this is only the first week I've watched it, but guy fucking one of the defensive players screwed up on a play and they yanked him, put him on the bench and put somebody else in right there on the spot. I was like, oh damn. You're not getting any breaks. Maestro Le Duc. What's going on, brother? Yeah. It was a very long day, Mark. It was a very long day. And I'm waiting excuse me, for it to be over. To say the least. But yeah, one man show tonight. Like I said, I don't know where Tony is. Jeff is typically not here on Monday nights. I figured I might have a chance of him popping in tonight. I think his wife is still out of town. Tell me, it was just a long day. I was hungover. I woke up late. Nikki called me. I woke up like a half hour late. Nikki called me. Well, are you still sleeping? Yeah, I was. Well, hungover. Weather's been shit today up here, but just a Monday. Just a Monday. That's all. Yeah, I Smoke. Like I was saying earlier, Smoke celebrated his 100th episode, so Nikki was out of town, and I was just sitting here not doing shit, and I was like, yeah, well, him and I were talking. He's like, bring your ass up. I was like, all right, I ain't got nothing else I'm doing tonight. Typically, Smoke shows only like an hour, maybe 2 hours. I think it was almost 4 hours last night, but it was a good time. I drank a little bit more than I should have on a Sunday night, especially after I was still recovering from Friday night when Nikki and I went out.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about either. Neither one of us drank or got drunk Friday night. I'm telling you, craft beer hits differently. You know, obviously, a lot of craft beers are a little bit higher in alcohol content than like your typical regular domestic beers or whatever. But well, I mean, we're getting up there, man. 231, I think. So we're cranking them out. We're rocking and rolling. I don't have any. Um, I don't have any quit in me. I can't speak for the other guys, but I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, and hopefully we'll keep doing what we're doing together. And yeah, hopefully by 500, maybe we'll be getting a little bit into the sponsorship, maybe some more interviews on our under our belts. I do need to send you a hat. I wonder how much it would cost for me to ship you a hat over there. But I lost my train of thought. I done lost my whole ass train of thought. Oh yeah, craft beer. It hits you differently and it affects you differently. Like even the next day, because um, I can drink a lot of beer and still get up the next day and function somewhat normally. Saturday, I, I didn't even want to open my eyes, let alone anything else.
No shit.
Especially you.
I had to drive back to Grove City.
I know you did. You had to drive your butt back to Grove City. What up, motherfucker? What's going on, Chris Technician? Um, but yeah, I don't know, man. We had some tasty crap. I mean, the beers were good. I don't think we had a bad one. You liked all yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we had a bad beer. Actually, I found one that I really fucking like. Um, then I was able to finally try. We Brewdog is a brewery here in Ohio, and they have a Columbus Blue Jackets beer that they made. It's called Cannon Blast, and I've been wanting to try it, but I didn't want to pay for a 6 pack because they're a little bit expensive. At the one bar we went to, it was a bar slash beer store, so they sold them. And the bartender, she was there. She was like, "I'll do. Go get it. I got room in the cooler. I'll just go get it and put it in there for you." So that was pretty fucking badass. I appreciate that, Mark, and that was kind of my. I appreciate you saying that because that was kind of my goal, and I've said that a lot to people when they ask me, um, or when they ask me like, "What's your show about?" Nothing really, everything and nothing at all at the same time. But it's an escape from all the bullshit, all the craziness in the world, or just to wind down at the end of the day. Now, for us, we all have our own reasons for doing it. I just behind the mic is or in front of a camera or whatever is always kind of in my happy places where I can vent and shit like that. And I know Jeff feels the same way. Mm. Is there really? Um, so I look forward to coming on here and doing the show, even if I do the show by myself. Generally we'll start out first 20 minutes, 30 minutes of the show. I'll until uh, you guys start floating in, and then oh, excuse me, and then I'll just chit chat with you guys. Shit, I mean, I got stuff I can talk about. Obviously, I want to talk about some things coming up and some things that have happened uh, and whatnot. But I mean, shit, I like getting you guys involved. Mark and Chris, you guys have been around probably the longest out of any of our viewers. I'll shoot the shit with you guys all night. um, but I always kind of have something in my back pocket just in case the guys can't show up. I'll pull up some news articles or something that I can kind of banter on a little bit. I do have a topic that I want to talk about, but I just can never seem to get the guys here all at the same time. I didn't know that. Yeah, I think Brewdog is an Ohio-based brewery. They're all over the place out here. I was telling Nikki they even have they have a non-alcoholic mix pack of their Brewdog beers.
Nice.
That would be cool to just to try them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to necessarily get drunk. That's a cool idea, craft beer companies. Shout out to Brewdog. That's awesome. Look at you getting all this free advertisement, Brewdog. Trying to see. Maybe they're not. They look like you're. Oh, they are based out of Columbus. Okay, that's what I thought. But no, the Cannon Blast was really good. Hey man, I appreciate that, Mark. That does mean a lot when you guys enjoy the show and you enjoy hanging out when you can come and hang out with us live. And I listen to the show all the time myself. I'm granted I'm a little bit behind. I actually I just started listening to the newer episodes because I'm about 50 or 60 episodes behind. Um, I like to hear how much they change. So I was listening to one. That might have been episode 153 or 63 or something like that. And I wanted to, and then I popped up to the most recent one, and the sound quality on my end has gotten a million times better, and I think it's going to continue to get better. I bought some soundproofing foam. I'm going to buy some more so that I can kind of get my area right here where my computer and my microphone and everything like that is kind of backed up against it. Um, yeah. Oh yeah. And that's the other thing. I mean, um, when we changed platforms and we went from uh, Haps to StreamYard, there was a huge difference in quality and sound and everything like that. So I mean, we continue to get better and better. Well, Jeff and Tony do Jeff and Tony. I'm trying to make my end better. But but no, ultimately when Jeff and I started this, that was one of our big discussions that we had is that we want to have fun. We don't want it to be uber serious. We're gonna have our serious moments and we're gonna have our times where things get a little out of sorts. I mean, hell, last week we did an hour and some change on political conversation, which is something that we don't typically do. That was one of our number one rules. Um, but it was a conversation that was relevant, and between the three of us, we had a pretty good conversation, and we weren't yelling and fussing and fighting and everything else. Um, so every once in a while, politics they're gonna come up, but they're inevitable. They are inevitable, unfortunately. But now we try to have fun, man. We don't take. I don't take this too seriously. Again, I don't want to speak for the other two guys, but I don't. I'm just here having fun, hanging out. I take it seriously to a point, but that's just I know the amount of work and effort that I put into it behind the scenes. So and everything. Yeah, I appreciate that, Mark. And Lord knows, with talking to you guys and chit chatting with you guys. I mean, Lord knows I've been through some shit. And since I started way back on Periscope, and I didn't have an outlet. This was my outlet, and I know that some of our uh, listeners or viewers or whatever you want to, fans, friends, whatever, they've gone through some shit. I mean, life changing shit, and they were, you know, it's cool that you guys, got a place to come hang out. Fucking forget about all that bullshit. And I mean, Tony and I were talking about this. I think we kind of brought it up last night on Smoke Show as well. We're starting to develop a nice little cast of personalities on the show with Random Rick popping on the show and uh, Chris Cluey's been here a couple times. He said he wants to come back. I've given him an open door, green light. He gets an invite so he can come whenever he wants. Cam's been on here. Rocky's been on here. Sunday night smoke. My broster. So we get an interesting little flow of characters too that we all have fun with and hang out. Right? Yeah, and that's cool. I like to. It's cool to know that that when somebody's going through some shit, they can come and get away from it and hang out with us for a little bit, and it kind of takes your mind off of it. Cam's been going through some shit, and he said the same thing. He came in here the other night, and he's like, "I just need to hang out for a few minutes because he's got some shit going on right now personally." Um, I won't put his business out there. I know he'll come in and speak on it, if he was here. Um, but he looks forward to the show because and I know he loves coming on here, and he's got so much fucking love for the show. It's crazy. We were just talking about Monster Jam. What was that last week? I think my oldest daughter said that if they came to town, she wanted to go. And Nikki's like, yeah, I'm not. She's gonna pass. Monster Jam's fun though. It's a good time. You gotta get in touch with your inner hillbilly.
I'm from Pennsylvania, Christopher.
and stop touch. Well, don't stop, but you can always touch this hillbilly. But I mean, you know, sometimes you can touch your inner hillbilly. I know, but that's Amish. That's not hillbilly.
I'm not Amish.
Oh, what did the Browns do now? The Browns hire Bill Musgrave as senior offensive advisor amid other moves. Who the hell is Bill Musgrave? We can get somebody that will help Kevin Stefanski make some fucking decent offensive plays, then I'll be happy with that. Sweet scouting up and more tweets with Musgrave just Musgrave 55 in the last 3 seasons as California's offensive coordinator. Oh, okay. But he also has 12 years of experience in the NFL, including 3 seasons with Minnesota, where he worked with Stefan. Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right. Oh, cool. All right. Well, be interesting to see where that goes, if it goes anywhere. I'm always nice to her. What are you talking about? Chris said, Glick, be nice to your woman.
Well, not Amish, that's for sure.
I mean,
Don't start your bullshit. I can go back to Pennsylvania now.
no, you can't. There's tornadoes and you have 4 flat tires.
No, I don't.
You might if you try to go back to PA.
I'm pretty sure Austin wouldn't let me anyway.
This is true. You're stuck. But yeah, how was Monster Jam, Chris? I haven't been in years. I think the last time I went, my buddy Kevin and I went, and he works for Pepsi, and it was at Nationwide Arena here in town, and we had we sat in the Pepsi box like that, the VIP box or owners, like, you know what I'm talking about, like where you get food and drink and alcohol and everything's up there and it's already covered and paid for. And we went and ate like kings and drank like heathens and watched Monster Jam from the box. So that was pretty cool. We took my daughter when she was younger as well. The county fair that we always go to, uh, the Hartford Fair. They I guess they started doing monster trucks some years back. Now it's not Monster Jam, but it's like whatever that monster trucks that like Bigfoot's in or whatever. So they're legit monster trucks. It's just you're not getting to see like Gravedigger or Max D or Monster Mud or any of those guys. But it's still a good time. So did you eat, bud?
Yeah, I only ate one piece.
Why did you only eat one piece? Because what? But it's always a good time, man. Monster trucks, motocross, all that stuff like that. It's always fun. It's always like a fun day out. Because usually it's like in the middle of the afternoon or early evening, so you can still go to that and then go get dinner or whatever. But I don't know when Monster Jam's coming back to. I haven't seen him here in fucking ever. But so speaking of people being from other places, West Virginia is trying to get West Virginians to come back, and their West Virginia Senate passed a bill Monday that would give $25,000 in tax credits to former residents who moved back to the state to work. Yeah. They have to be eligible. So I don't know if this is a $25,000 tax credit or whatever. I was just kind of half-ass reading up on it, but you have to live and work there. So I don't know if like, now I don't know. Obviously, Mark, you're not from the states, but Chris, I don't know if you've ever been to West Virginia. Really, ain't no rhyme or reason for anybody to live in West Virginia. There's not a whole lot going on in West Virginia. Even in one of their bigger cities, Charleston, West Virginia, it's still rural and country as fuck. And there's not a whole lot going on there except for the college. But yeah, apparently. So I don't know if this is like $25,000 tax credit for individuals or how this works or whatever. But to be eligible, you have to live and work in West Virginia for at least 10 years, or were born in the state. They had to live outside of the state for at least 10 years. So I mean, you okay back there?
No,
I told you I could have gotten that
I'm
stuff
just
for
doing
you.
it little by little. Calm your shit.
but I guess this is the first time that West Virginia has done this because uh, in the last few years, um, so I guess you don't have to use the full tax credit. You can actually unused portions can be applied to futures. But
I also have another full bag of cups in my car.
and
So get excited.
are you talking to me or the kids? A few years back, they tried to beef up West Virginia's sagging population. The Department of Tourism is offering $12,000 cash plus free passes for a host of outdoor adventures to remote workers to move to certain areas of the state. So, like, if you work from home and you're not from West Virginia, they're going to give you $12,000 cash plus. Nice.
Where do you want this one?
Wherever. I got the kids' hooks in their bathroom now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you want to put it in our bathroom,
okay,
then we'll actually have a spot to hang our towels.
Right, because I'm pretty sure you pee on my towel every time you pee.
Well, yeah, because I aim for it. I aim right. I pee all over that stand and everything.
You pee, it splashes.
Cart and everything. I'm marking my territory.
Yeah, well, my corn dog marked my territory.
Yeah, it did.
My things with me. Is that why you're here?
Somebody was calling up dinosaurs Saturday night. Texas and Florida do. That's why a lot of people are leaving California and New York and states like that that have really high property taxes and state taxes and shit like that. And they're going to live in Texas and Florida and everything like that because I don't think Florida has a state income tax. And I'm not quite sure what it is. But I mean,
I like how you grabbed that.
Just when I moved from Ohio to South Carolina 15 years ago or whatever, when I left Ohio, I was making $16 an hour. And then I got a job down in South Carolina temporarily where I was only making $10 an hour, but I was bringing home double a month what I was bringing home here in Ohio, just because the taxes were so different in South Carolina compared to Ohio. You know, granted, the cost of living was a little bit higher in certain areas in Charleston, but you know, it was a little bit more affordable because their taxes, they weren't fucking raping you. Like for me right now, I pay city taxes for New Albany, Newark, I think Columbus, and I also pay a Newark City school tax.
You should let me spray you with glitter.
It's not a lot. It's nothing crazy. It's not like it's not like, you know, it's breaking the bank to pay city taxes for 3 or 4 different locations, but it's still
Where were you when band season were around, Miss Girl?
it still sucks, and it's still kind of a kick in the dick when you look at your paycheck. But I guess West Virginia is just trying to get people to come back. You know, at the end of the day, I mean, they're literally offering $12,000 in cash plus free passes to outdoor adventures, and there are a lot of cool things to do in West Virginia, outdoor wise, with cabins and mountains and caves and stuff like that. But there's no reason to live there. I'm sorry, there's not, unless you're right out of Deliverance, The Hills Have Eyes, The Wrong Turn type peoples. Sorry, West Virginia, but it is what it is.
It's like a perfume stick.
The truth hurts. And I'm here to tell the truth. But but it says that from 2010 to 2020, and this is, I guess this is why they're trying to do it and bring more people back to West Virginia, because they lost a greater percentage of its residents than any other state in those 10 years. The population dropped like 3.2%, or about 60,000 people left the entire state. But it happens because they, unfortunately, West Virginia.
Dad, smell this. Tell me what it smells like.
Something's leaking and I can't figure out what it is.
It smells like. Where did you get it from?
In my stuff.
Oh, I mean, what do you want me to? You want me to start smelling everything? Because I'll find it.
What's it smell like to you?
Yeah. It smells good.
Does it?
It smells like body spray.
It smells like, you're touching me.
But a lot of it has to do with, because unfortunately, states like West Virginia and even some parts of Kentucky, they've relied on the coal mines or the industrial areas, steel and whatnot. And there's a serious decline and there's no work. I mean, steel mills are shutting down. Coal mines are shutting down. So people have to go find jobs elsewhere. So they leave. So West Virginia is now the only state with fewer residents than it had in 1950. So I mean, I seen the headline and I was like, oh, that's kind of funny, but a little bit more serious than I thought it was going to be. They're really having some issues.
Already.
What?
She's touching me with that stuff. I'm not touching you with it. Because she is. I'm gonna spray her with glitter. Stop it. That is racism. Dad, your girlfriend's being racist.
I don't think she's being racist. Yeah, I remember you talking about that, like your taxes and what your food prices. It wasn't like your electric and shit like that just went through the fucking roof. How do they expect people to live? See, that's kind of the polar opposite. People are leaving West Virginia because there's no jobs or anything like that. Your country is just, I mean, call a spade a spade. They're graping you. They're graping the hell out of you. Prison grape. It's not good. I stopped at the gas station today, get beer, and there was a couple older gentlemen in there talking, and they were excited that our gas prices was at $2.89 a gallon.
Shit, so was I after being in Pennsylvania.
Huh?
So was I after being in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, but I mean that's just it's still not cheap. It's kind of expensive.
$3.89 at Sheets in Grove City.
$3.89.
$3.89 when I left today.
Damn. And that's the other thing. When I lived down in Charleston.
I have to work
tomorrow. What time?
3 to 7:30.
Can you get a ride there?
Huh? I don't know.
Yeah, well, I can't take you. I'll be at work.
Yeah, Nikki's gonna be at work. I don't get off work until 3:30. Can Bailey take you there or something, or Anna? Or... In our money, it's like wow, it's $5 a gallon for Mark.
Where's that at?
Out in England, Britain.
I'd say it was 12 for Jay in Italy earlier this year.
But I mean, when I lived in Charleston, and again, when I lived in Charleston, gas was always like 50 cents, 60 cents cheaper down there than what it was up here in Ohio.
All right, thank you, buddy.
I
know. Oh. All right, I love you too.
Who are you talking to?
Is it your business?
Yeah, it's my business because
you told me to find a ride. I found a ride.
Who's giving you a ride?
Anna.
Are you guys
sleeping already?
dating?
Yeah. Cool. No, that's how I talk to people.
I don't talk to anybody like that outside of Nikki.
Austin.
I am going to start talking to. I am going to start talking to Tony and Jeff like that though now. Well, actually, that's a lie. Jeff and I tell each other we love each other after every show. So yeah, that's just
Yeah, I really like that sweatshirt, but I can't wear that one either.
what's that?
I gave her one of my extra hoodies.
Who, Buggy?
Yes, since I
There
gave
it
the first
should be
one to
on.
Austin.
So there it should be on.
Uh, it's just wild. But I mean, people like I said, people are. It's not the taxes or anything. It's there's no jobs in West Virginia, unfortunately, because of what West Virginia is known for. The same thing happened.
Can you guys
Uh,
pick me up?
like up in Cleveland
He might be able to.
years ago.
What time do you get off?
I don't know.
Training
for stay at the eye doctor's office.
It was a lot of industrial stuff up in Northeast Ohio, and a lot of those companies have shut down over the years. So, fortunately, other businesses and stuff like that have moved to Ohio for whatever reason. So, I mean, we still had jobs and everything like that. So, but yeah, I mean, it's wild to what the hell just happened? Here we go. To see,
Babe,
huh?
did you feed her since you came home?
No, because I fed her this morning when I got up because obviously I was letting her,
Yeah.
and then she still had food when we left. She didn't really eat it, so she ate when Austin got home, I'm assuming.
Okay.
And I didn't know how, I didn't want to like fill her bowl up,
Where are you at?
like 2 hours later. I didn't know how often you fed her or anything like that.
Not watch it.
I'm on.
Don't talk to me tonight.
This is the way I've been with my kid all weekend.
I'm trying to watch it, but like,
Have you started episode 3? Oh,
I'm like middle in of episode 3.
wait.
There's something else I seen that I wanted to kind of. Oh, hey, Mark, this is right up in your neck of the woods. I seen this the other day. Like I said, I always thumb through these goofy ass news articles and stuff like this. But there was a thief that admits to stealing thousands of chocolate Easter eggs in London.
Oh, that's right. I was watching.
He broke into the UK industrial park to steal almost 200,000 fucking chocolate Easter eggs. Do you guys, I don't know if these are like some kind of specialty egg. Maybe it's something that's for y'all out there or whatever the case may be. But he pled guilty to theft and criminal damages. Joby Poole, 32, used a metal grinder to break through the gate at the park in Telford, Central England. He then used a stolen semi truck to tow away a trailer loaded with so they were the Cadbury cream eggs. Okay, I know what the Cadbury cream eggs are. We get them here. Everybody loses their mind because I guess they're really good. They're all right, but I'm not a big chocolate guy. So he broke in. He stole a semi. And then used the said stolen semi truck to tow away a trailer loaded with Cadbury cream eggs and other chocolate goods worth more than 31,000 pounds or 38,000 American. West Mercia, maybe, police tweeted Monday that shortly after the break-in, police officers stopped a vehicle, presumably perpetrating to be the Easter Bunny. Okay. On a highway, and arrested a man on the suspicion of the I want to know why he did it. He pled guilty. He pled guilty of it, but it said that he did plan the theft and that he had previously or had previous convictions for handling stolen goods. So I mean, this seems to be his line of business where he's. I'll definitely. I mean, what are you gonna do with? I mean, really. I mean, 200,000 chocolate eggs. What are you gonna do with them? I'm assuming that this trailer was a refrigerated trailer. Otherwise, I'm just gonna. Or he's really fat and really, really, really likes. Yeah, I don't know. It's really there. There's definitely something going. Like something is. Maybe he's Easter's version of the Grinch. Maybe he hates Easter so much that he decided to, um, I don't know, be an Easter Grinch. I don't know. Like, damn, man, really, 200,000 chocolate eggs and chocolate goodies. Oh, he had a hell of a plan. Obviously, I ain't even mad at the man because he executed it. I mean, outside of getting stopped on the freeway or whatever you guys call them there, freeways, interstates, byways, and flyways or whatever. he had a fucking plan. My man got into the gate, stole a semi, hooked it up, and that's also impressive too. Um, that you were able to hook up to a trailer and drive out of there. And I don't. It doesn't say that there was any other damage um, to the facility outside of where he cut the gate, so he was able to maneuver the semi and trailer and drive it out without destroying a whole bunch of shit. Motorways. There you go. I know you guys had some weird name for them. I got yelled at all the time in South Carolina because they call it the interstate down there, and I call it a freeway. It's not a freeway, it's an interstate. Whatever. It's the same fucking thing. It's a road, and we drive on it. It's kind of like those idiots that say soda when it's pop. Let's be real. It's pop. It's not soda. Stop it. Then you just sound pretentious and like a prick. If you say soda or Canadian. I don't know. Choice is yours. Um,
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I did.
what? What?
I found one set of cow print in all the Walmarts I was in this weekend.
Oh, I was gonna say those better not be yours because I didn't buy them for her.
No,
She smells
no,
fine.
I'm gonna get another. I'm bound and determined to find another set for Alexa, but I apparently can only get them one set of cow print at a time.
We could probably order them and have them shipped to the house.
Well,
I could probably.
I'm
Just,
also on a mission to find.
I could probably just order you guys a giant box, so you never run out.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to that.
I wouldn't either. I ain't complaining.
Where's the other? I'm on a mission to find these ones for Gwen.
Oh Jesus! Fucking. Thank you. It is pop, right? It's fucking pop. Who the hell says soda?
Good glue.
It's pop.
Yes, that's what we're saying. It's pop.
My glue.
Who the hell says soda?
Give any other glue on to-
I mean, that's the only one.
You know. I think, yeah, you guys call our French fries are chips to you guys, right? Fish and chips, and you guys call potato chips crisps, right?
Ben,
And I think you call crackers cookies.
looky.
We're about out of cabinets, baby. Fish and fries. Well, I mean, we really don't. It just sounds weird, man. No, I agree 100%. It does sound weird, but it also, for somebody who doesn't know, if you're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get some fish and chips," they're thinking you're gonna literally get fish and potato chips. They don't. But I think that's a common knowledge thing. What fish and chips are at the end of the day. I think I could be wrong though. But yeah, like I said, I mean, am I right? You guys call, or do you call cookies biscuits and crackers something else? Crackers, cookies, biscuits, something. Yeah, potato chips are crisp. Crisp. I was watching. I was watching a TikTok video. I was scrolling. I know it wasn't even on TikTok. It was on Facebook, but it was from TikTok, and it was this British lady who's moved to the States, and white people guilty. We're both guilty. Um, but she was talking about American words for things that she likes better or likes to say better than what you guys call them. And yeah, she's like, I don't like calling chips crisps anymore because they're potato chips. But there was a whole bunch. I wish I could remember them. But there was a couple. There was a couple in there, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that they called them that. Yeah, right. Oh no, I had a friend of mine down in Charleston. I was a customer of mine, kind of. Yeah, he was a customer, but we had hung out outside of work. He was British, and and I remember him because we had a British pub, the Gryffindor or something like that, down in the French Quarter, a British pub in the French Quarter of Charleston, South Carolina, Ohio, America. But I was like, I can't drink this piss warm beer. He's like, that's how we drink it. Like, oh God, why? But he said that he struggled for a long time because he goes back and forth between the states and England and whatever for business and whatnot. But he said he struggled for years finding a British pub in the states or an English pub or whatever. Or a pub. I guess you guys just call them a pub. We call them bars that served good beer or pints, whatever, the way that he could get it back home. He's like a lot of places. Anybody who drinks it warms it. Nice. Well, I mean, I know there's a lot of the German beers I drink. They say on the label, you can
Why can't I make that work?
you can make them cold. Um,
It twists,
how does it?
but I can't. Oh, maybe it's just me. Thanks. I've literally been standing out there for 10 minutes trying to get that lid on that cup.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm good with my hands. You know that.
Oh, I know.
He said, "Oh, I know." Hey, will you bring me a beer, baby, or a couple beers,
Yeah.
please?
Yeah.
A pint of Guinness and John. Guinness is disgusting. I'm sorry, that's motor oil, and that's fucking disgusting. But no, a lot of the German beers that I drink, they obviously you can throw them in the refrigerator, but when you look at the label and you read them, it said the preferred temperature or whatever drinking temperature is basically room temperature for the best flavor. And I have drank them before at room temperature, and yes, I'll agree. Um, oh, do you really? I think they're based out of Columbus, but I think the owners might be English. I was looking at it because they have shares in Heineken as well. Um, but yeah, we got several giant big breweries here in the area. There's actually one where I work at in the town I work at. But I've actually drank the German beers or Belgian beers um, at room temperature, like they recommend, and they're not bad. I mean, they're pretty good, but I just can't get past Whoa. Here, go take that one back out. I have some Miller Lite in the cans. Speaking of German beer, got me a little bit burger right here. I bought this 12 pack a couple weeks ago. I don't drink German beer or my imported beer like I drink my domesticated beer because it's too goddamn expensive to drink imported beer like that. Yeah, nice. Well, they got one back. Thank you. I only asked for two. Jesus Christ. Like a bunch of people all think I'm alcoholics in this house. I just started kind of looking into them. Like I said, they have the Cannon Blast, which is made for the Blue Jackets, our hockey team here. So I want to start trying them. I want to start trying because that Cannon Blast was really good. But no, I might even say it on here somewhere. Somewheres over das Rainbow. Pittsburgh, Germany. Yeah, it doesn't say. Some of the other ones it does say. Yeah, you start saying. By the way, the way they're taxing you and the way they're fucking raping you over there. I'm sorry, graping you over there. I don't think you're gonna be saving money for anything. I will have a Glick Cave 2.0 though someday.
Not till I get a house cow.
When we have a house and property big enough for you to have a house cow, then I will have my Glick Cave.
Fine.
Because we will have plenty of room for it.
Fine.
You are.
Also, if we have a house cow here, we're gonna have to pay more.
Yeah, we're not allowed to have a house cow.
But speaking of, we were just talking about food and stuff, Mark. I appreciate you always looking out for me.
Yeah, laying in bed.
I guess there is a new program that restaurants are looking into do. It's a pay per two subscription style program. Consumers are willing to pay a monthly subscription fees for streaming services, pet food, and even toilet paper. And now some restaurants are betting they'll do the same for their favorite meals. Large chains like Panera, P.F. Chang's, baby.
What, babe?
Both
Sorry.
places you like,
Yeah.
Panera and P.F. Chang's.
What about it?
These
I've
companies.
never had P.F. Chang's.
Oh, I thought you said you liked it. They're starting a monthly subscription.
Oh.
Large chains and neighborhood hangouts are increasingly experimenting with the subscription model. I kind of lost my train of thought. Sorry about that. As a way to ensure steady revenue and customer visits. Some offer unlimited drinks or free delivery for a monthly fee. Others will bring out your favorite appetizers each time you visit. So that's kind of cool. There's one that works with Twitch where I can send food to you. Really? I will. I actually, hopefully by this spring, I want to have me a little smoker and a flat. What is it? Blackstone.
Blackstone, yeah.
The Blackstone grill out on my patio. Because I'll use that flatstone for every damn thing. I'll cook every meal on that bitch. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'll be out there in the dead ass of winter. I'm just going to create an Amazon wish list. I think that's what I'll do. I'll just make me an Amazon wish list and see how much you people really love me. Buy me this and buy me that to show how much you admire your favorite podcast host. But they say that they're following a trend that the average American juggles 6.7 subscriptions in 2022, up 4.2 since 2019, according to Rocket Money, the personal financial group or financial app. It's just another way for the customers to provide a level of support and joy and love from our offerings, said Matt Baker, the chef at Gravitas, a Michelin star restaurant. I don't know what that is, but it's in Washington. For $130 a month. This blows my mind. Like, I don't think I'm going to any restaurant enough that I would give them $130 a month. Yeah, I mean, Tony's talked about it. I'm not super familiar with Twitch, but we do have it on our Anchor and stuff like that. But yeah, so Gravitas Supper Club subscribers get a 3-course takeout meal for two. Baker said Gravitas shifted to the takeout during the words are hard. Pandemic.
You're cute, though.
What?
Except you're cute, though.
I'm stroking out over here. I think I smell toast. But saw demand fizzle once the dining rooms reopened. But the Supper Club, which serves about 60 diners per month, so they got 60 people that are paying $130 a month. What is that? 130 times 60. They're raking in almost $8,000 a month just off of this Supper Club. That's not bad. You know, that's pretty good revenue right there. And it's guaranteed as long as they keep their subscription up. And I mean, really, all you're getting for it is a 3-course takeout meal for two. Now, I don't know what their menu looks like or how expensive that is, and I don't know if you get that every. You can just call and say, "Hey, I'm a Supper Club member. Send me my fucking takeout," or if it's like a once a month deal or whatever, because it doesn't really dive into it and say. But again, also, I don't know if that's a $130 meal in itself. You know, you go to some of these places like Ruth Chris Steakhouse or something like that, or any of the Paul Mitchell higher end restaurants.
Cameron Mitchell. Paul Mitchell's a hairstylist.
Oh, Cameron Mitchell. My bad. You know, Cameron Mitchell does own some like Rusty Bucket, which is kind of a low. It's got a chill vibe. You know, I don't think they're super expensive. But they do have some very high end restaurants where you're not getting out. I'm sorry, but if two people go to Ruth Chris, you're not getting out of that bitch any less than at least $300, maybe $400. A plate alone is like $100, and that's not including appetizers and drinks or anything else. So you're looking easy for a date night, $300-$400 at Ruth Chris. Same thing with some of these Cameron Mitchell restaurants. They're the same way.
5 of us with tip was $673.
Oh yeah. Oh, where
at Ruth Chris for Jay's 21st birthday.
So about $600 for 5 of you. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. So, you know, if they're one of those higher end restaurants where, you know, a meal is gonna run you about $100, okay, I'll pay the $130 subscription so that once a month I can have a 3-course meal delivered to my house. It's $130 a month. I do need somebody to walk me through on Twitch and figure out how to use it properly. And take advantage of Twitch. But let me see if I can look up that Gravitas in Washington. Let's just see what their menu is. That's Houston. Gravitas, Washington. Oh, okay, cool, man. I appreciate that. No. Location, hours. Oh, you gonna be like that, huh? You ain't gonna put your menu on here. That's how expensive you are. Let's see, chef's tasting. Whoa. Chef's tasting menu. It's $165 per person. Optional wine pairings. Elevate your dining experience with a sommelier wine pairings. $135. Add black truffles to any course for an additional $50. Wow. They got a winter vegetable salad, sashimi. So that's your. This is a multi-course meal. Yeah, that's crazy. Let's see what else they got here. On
Oh
their
my
menu.
god, those are so cute. Show your dad.
Oh my god, I can't even take it. They're so cute.
I hate you.
Yeah, I hate you.
What?
Those are adorable. They're
You
adorable.
can't
Low.
even wear them.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
I hope your teacher snatches them right
She
off your
can't. They're
fingers.
neutral colors.
I hope she snatches them right off your fingers.
She
And then
can't because
sticks
the
them
rules are we're
in your
allowed to have
eye.
nails if they're neutral colors. These are neutral colors. They're
Whatever.
nude. And if she has a problem, her old butt can retire.
Their cocktail menu, the cheapest thing on their cocktail menu, which is I guess like
We need to just order a whole bunch of cow print nails.
We
Huh?
do. We really do.
We'll just always wear cow
yeah, like
Yeah.
their cheapest. It looks like
like that
their
idea a
cheapest
lot.
drink on their cocktail
Love
menu is $15 and it's non-alcoholic. Gotcha. We definitely got over 500 minutes of broadcasting in the last 30 days. At least 70 broadcast days. We broadcast 3 days a week. 3 concurrent viewers or more in the last 30 days. Yeah, we got that. At least 50 followers. I think we got that. Yeah, we're well over that. I'll have to look and see if I can figure that out, Mark. Why do you have 3 Twitch accounts? I was thinking about linking my my Twitch up to my Xbox. Now that I'm actually pretty decent at Call of Duty. What doing, Tutus? Yeah, go ahead and link that up and go on Twitch. And try to go on our Twitch account and play Call of Duty.
Come on.
Is that even a thing on Twitch? I didn't even know that was a thing. Yeah, absolutely. I'm down. I mean, I've learned a lot just since we started this podcast. About doing the show and broadcasting and editing and everything like that. So I'm always down to learn even more, especially if it'll benefit the show in any way, shape, or form. Um,
He was the first person I saw when I walked up to the courtroom today, and I nodded my
Oh.
head and I said, "Chuck," and he looks at me and he looks at Chris.
check this out. Speaking of technology,
and says,
uh,
"Where are the bolts?"
there was a lady. I think it was a lady. Yeah, Karen Green, Miss Karen Green. She got a new job in 2007, and some of her friends had pitched in to buy her a brand new iPhone. Well, some good friends right there. Unlike some of the quality of people that like to creep on this podcast or leave rude comments. Don't think I didn't see you,
Or stop
skank.
your girlfriend.
Huh?
Or stop your girlfriend.
Or stop my girlfriend. But and while hundreds of thousands of Americans, clamored to get their hands on the first version of the revolutionary as Apple. Well, let's all right. Let's pump the brakes real quick. Apple, your phones are trash. They're even your newest model is still 2 or 3 years behind on Samsung, and they're cheap as fuck made. You breathe on it wrong, and the screen shatters. So stop. You're not revolutionary. Maybe you were the first smartphone. I don't know, but you're way overpriced, and the people who buy it, they're sheep. At the end of the day, let's be honest. But but uh, Karen wasn't one of them. In part because she had upgraded her new non-smartphone not long before, and reportedly didn't want to switch from Verizon to AT&T because, as we all know, back in the day, iPhones were an AT&T exclusive. I appreciate that, Mark, man. Oh, thanks. Right back at you, man. I appreciate you always looking out, man. I haven't heard anything bad about the new Google Pixel phones. Actually, I've seen um some gamer guys and tech guys that I follow were talking about them and they love them. I'm a Samsung guy. I did have an LG at one point. I hated it. The phone was I swear to God, it was like the short bus rider of phones. I did not like the LG. Oh, Susie. But I like my Samsung. I've always had a Samsung. I'm used to it. I'm comfortable with it. It does everything I need it to do. Um, you know, but Karen said I didn't want to get rid of my new not smartphones. I figured it's an iPhone, so I'll never go out. So I figured it'll never go out of date. Karen told the daytime television program The Doctors and the Diva in 2019. The same month, Apple unveiled the iPhone 11. Green kept the first generation 8 GB phone sealed in the box, realizing as the years went on that collectors might come to find it valuable. Her hunch was confirmed when appraisers on the show estimated it at $5,000. Let's be honest, man. Absolutely, I'm 100% with you. LGs are trash. Let's be honest. So these goofy ass appraisers appraised it, estimated at $5,000. I think these appraisers need to go into another line of work because an online auction shattered all expectations this past weekend. I think this was actually yeah, it was last weekend. Um and her iPhone sold for over $63,000. That's more than 100 times what its original worth was. and about $63,399.99 more than I would pay for any iPhone. And more than any vintage iPhone before it. But the cool thing about it was, and I think this is why it went for so much, and then of course it kind of blows my mind that a 2007 iPhone sold for almost $64,000, roughly, give or take. I think the only reason that it was such a high item or high price was because it was still in the box. It was sealed. It was never open. This phone was never even open. And we all know you get a brand new phone, it comes in the fucking Fort Knox style box. And but Louisiana-based auction house LCG Auctions, which specializes in pop culture collectibles, described the phone as a hot ticket item for the collectors and investors alike. It presents a magnificently showcasing sharp corners, front and back, rich in color, and case fresh features. But the phone had and now,
Dude,
what?
You got to read these comments.
On what?
Shauna's Facebook page from my ex-brother-in-law.
Shauna's Facebook page from your ex-brother-in-law. Scumbag sister's ex-husband? Okay.
Well, here's just timeout. Read the post.
Okay. All right. I'm going to take a real quick break so I can read this. We'll be right back here in just a few minutes. Enjoy a little, actually, in honor of Wednesday night, enjoy a little Blacktop Mojo. What do I have here? Yeah, we'll do that one. Blacktop Mojo and Dylan Wheeler with their cover of Audio Slaves. Getaway Car. I think it's Audio Slave. It's Chris Cornell, either way. We'll be right back.
Time I saw you were chasing down a cyclone all alone in the field. Rail yards and clovers I kept rolling on. I never thought you'd wind up chasing me. Tired of walking, you load the ground. The sidewalk will barely touch your feet. Life moves too slowly to hold you down. With ringing heads, you take it out on yourself a car and ride it on the wind. Yeah, get yourself a car and drive it all alone. Ooh, get yourself a car and ride it on the wind. A car and ride it on the wind. Yeah, get yourself a car and drive it all alone. Ooh, get yourself a car and ride it on the wind. Yeah.
Welcome back to Nonsensical Nonsense, everybody. I'm Glick, hanging out, doing a solo show tonight. It's Monday. Jeff couldn't be here. Lord only knows where Tony D is. Hopefully everything's okay. Nothing major going on in his world. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Appreciate you guys listening. I don't know if it affected it on your end or not, but I had some technical difficulties over here. My internet completely crashed. So I had to freaking jump on my mobile hotspot. And I came back in, and the music was literally just ending. So I don't know if on your end if it crashed or anything like that, but it definitely crashed on my end. I do apologize for that. Welcome back to Nonsensical Nonsense. If you guys aren't already, go ahead and check out the social medias: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Don't forget to join us live Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays at 6 p.m. You can come hang out in the chatter's box, shoot the shit with us, add your 2 cents to the show. And if you can't join us live, don't worry, we got you covered because you can listen to us anytime, any place, however you want on Spotify and everywhere you listen to podcasts, all at Nonsensical Nonsense. So if you'd be so kind, go give us a follow, give us a like, and give us a share. And don't forget, turn your notifications on. That way you know when we do how we do. So, jump back. Huh?
I wish you had other co-hosts so we could talk about things. It's no fun to just talk about it. You.
I mean, we can talk about things. You can be my co-host. You'd probably be a much better co-host than the 2 co-hosts that I have. You live here, so you would have to be on time. Unless you were working. Bitch's podcast time. Get your ass in here.
God, I'm so disgusted right now.
It's just that whole situation and that whole entire family, just they should put them all into a van and just park it on a train track and lock them in it. And I don't even know. I'm only going off of what you told me, and now seeing that, it's just like, all right, well, that's kind of a verification that you're not just talking shit because he fucked you over. You know, it's legitimately a scummy family as a whole collective.
Christopher took one look at him today and said, "Did you have sex with that?" I said, "Well, I'm scared."
I've said that a few times to you.
Oh, he was missing teeth.
Damn. I guess I don't have to worry about my my issue. Wow. Hello. But anyways, I don't remember what the hell I was talking about before we went to break. So much drama in the LBC. It's kind of hard being Snoop Deal Double G, but I somehow, some way. What? It was last weekend or last week or something. When we were doing the show, we weren't even being loud, and I slammed on the wall. It was like they did it again. And so I'm gonna laugh because one of these times these walls are so thin that their fist is gonna come through, and I'm gonna grab it, and
Like a glory hole.
yeah, I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna lick it, and then I'm gonna push it back through and stare in the hole and go, "I licked it. Now it's mine." But I don't know if I'm gonna fuck up my connection here. I don't know what was going on. Yeah, like literally, once a night, man. My it's so much nicer when the guys are here, and I have what's going on, Amanda? And I have technical difficulties because they just stare at each other in the camera. Actually, it's about the same. But no, I was talking about that iPhone selling for almost 63, almost $64,000. Um, this phone had a 2 megapixel camera on it and a web browser, and the iconic box with a life-size magazine of the iPhone with 12 icons on the touchscreen, whatever. So but think back to when smartphones were brand new. What do we have now? What do we have now on our cameras? What kind of megapixels you got on your camera, baby? Do you know?
No, it's terrible. I hate my camera on this phone.
It's definitely not two. At the end of the day, it's definitely not two. Um, I have 128 gig of memory.
I have that.
2007 iPhone. The original iPhones were expensive. They were $600, and they only had 8 gigs. My first smartphone that I had was a BlackBerry, and I love that fucking phone. I didn't know how to use that fucking phone, but I love that phone. Doing good. How you doing? Um, as long as you can hear me, it's fine. I'm literally on my phone, and I'm also back on that website. So being on my phone and using it. Let me see if I can jump back on my main internet. Hopefully, I don't drop. But if I do,
My
I'll be
front
right back.
camera's 10. My back is 12.
Okay.
So it's terrible.
All right. We're going back to my phone. So we got to deal with fuzzy, uh, fuzzy camera because my internet is being incredibly stupid. But I'm back. Well, no, Nikki. So Nikki was just telling me that her front camera is 12 and her back camera is 10. So the original iPhone was only 2. Um, and then, like I said, right now, I mean, our smartphones are, I think I have 128 gigabyte memory. That 8 gigabyte wouldn't hold 3 games I have. Like together. Not, I don't have a game on my phone that's 8 gigs, but you know what I mean. So, you know, and but it says virtually all were open and used as intended. So this is like a very rare find, like we were talking right before we went to break. This phone discovered an original first release model from 2007, still brand new with its factory seal intact. It's truly remarkable. Yeah, original factory seal. Bidding started at this phone. So mind you, the appraiser said the phone was only going to be worth like $5,000. And bidding started at 2,500. And through 27 rounds, it shot up to 63, almost 63.4 thousand. Well, it was 63,400, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Words are hard. So, roughly 64,000. There was only 10 bidders competing. So, other factory sealed first edition iPhones have done well. The one went for 35,000, one went for 39,000 in August and October. But this particular phone is the first original model in acceptable condition to go up for auction. And I mean, they've got the pictures of the big black box with the Apple logo and the phone on the box. But then it just kind of goes into why the old iPhones have become such a hot commodity, so you could say. Obviously, whether you like the iPhone or not, it does have a historical significance to it because they were the first of their kind. I mean, they were the first smartphone of that kind. Of what we now know as smartphones today. The phone was revolutionary. Again, despite what you feel or what you think about iPhones. If you're pro iPhone, anti iPhone, I'm anti iPhone. I think they're garbage. I think they're way overpriced. Um, uh, and at the time, they were 5 years ahead of everybody else because nobody else had that type of smartphone. So, but now that we're at the iPhone 14, 15, wherever we're at, and now they're lagging behind everybody else. And but people are still, you get your loyal followers and your loyal fan base, and they'll follow you through anything and everything. Uh-oh, got a barking spider in here. Um, but I think what's crazier about that story is not so much the how much the phone went for, but the fact that somebody had the original OG iPhone and it was still factory sealed, never even opened, and it was just laying around their house. That's that's kind of life changing money right there. I mean, let's be honest. Almost 64,000. I don't know how much she's going to get. At the end of the day, after the auction place takes their fees, and the government's going to stick their greedy ass little hands in it. I don't know how much they're going to get at the end of the day, but I'm assuming she's still going to get a nice little paycheck, you know. Oh my God, this is just fucking weird. Uh-oh. um, I got two more weird stories, and we're going to kind of button this up tonight. A man up in Michigan, he bought two identical tickets for the same Fantasy 5 lottery. And he wound up winning two jackpots, worth about $240,000. Well, 240. What's going on, Dylan? About $241,000. We're gonna go round up. We like rounding up around here. So about $241,000. Um, a 67-year-old Oakland County man told Michigan Lottery that he bought both of his tickets for the drawing at MichiganLottery.com on different dates. Every week, I purchase the multi-draw Fantasy 5 ticket with the same set of numbers. I've been playing for 4 years. The player said I was going out of town, so I bought a multi-draw ticket to cover the drawings while I was gone. There was some overlap on the drawings, and the new ticket I had purchased. He had purchased a few days prior. Both of the man's tickets bearing the numbers 4, 10, 12, 20, and 30 won the $121,000 jackpot. So I'm not quite sure how this jackpot works. I guess it's if you win, you win. It's not like the Mega Millions or the Powerball where um, you know 3 people win. You're going to split whatever the jackpot is. Apparently, this is individual jackpots to each winner, I guess. So, but he said he logged into his lottery account after the drawing to check his tickets, and I couldn't believe that. He said, I couldn't believe it when I saw it, a 241,000 prize pending. When I realized that I had won one of the drawings, both tickets covered to win on each, I couldn't help but laugh. The mess. So a little mental slip up, a little mental fart, if you will. And instead of winning 121,000, man walked away with 142,000, 140 or 240 some odd thousand. Not a bad gig. Not a bad not a bad little brain fart there for you. Okay, why? Okay, kind of move on from that. That was just kind of a cool story, a little feel good story. Congratulations to that old man. Now he's got 240 some odd $1,000. At the end of the day, once the government gets their hands in there, he's probably only going to walk away with 120K. But still, got a nice little chunk of change in his pocket. He can do something nice for his family or his wife, or he can say, "Fuck all you bitches, I'm out." And take himself on a nice vacation or something like that. Who knows? Who knows what he's going to do? Why is this a record? And why is this a thing? An Idaho man puts 2,470 cotton swabs in his beard for a world record. I mean, we all know I have a beard. It's been brought up several times. Tony's jealous of it. He's so angry at my beard, and I don't know why. I really don't know why he's angry at my beard. But this particular man, his facial hair has earned him 12 Guinness World Records already. And he added a 13th title to his name when he fit 2,470 Q-tips in his beard. Joel Strausser of Kuna said that it took about 2 hours to insert the cotton swabs into his beard in a way that they would remain in place during his visit to Las Vegas, and he believes he could have set the record even higher if he had purchased more Q-tips for this attempt. Strasser previously made headlines in December of 2022 when he put 710 Christmas bulbs into his beard for a world record title, and again in January he broke the record for fitting pencils into his beard on Live with Kelly and Ryan. I got more Guinness World Records coming up. I've got 13 so far, so I'm not done. So basically, this dude has made, and I say this a lot about guys that have beards, and same thing with guys who ride motorcycles. That's his whole entire personality. He has no personality. This dude is not a guy you want to hang out with because you're going to get tired of hearing about his 13 Guinness World Records 9 million times. He's going to set a Guinness record for telling people about his Guinness records because of his beard. That's his entire personality, his entire beard, everything. That if you're just putting shit in your beard and setting records, why are those records? What the fuck is wrong? This is why other countries laugh at us. Just so you guys know, this is why other countries laugh at us because this guy's putting shit in his beard and getting famous for it. Don't put shit in my beard. Oh, Lord have mercy. He's got world records. Most paper straws in a beard. Most straws in a beard. Most chopsticks in a beard. Most golf tees in a beard. Most forks in a beard. Most toothpicks in a beard. Most clothespins on a beard. Most chopsticks put into a beard. Isn't that the same thing as chopsticks in a beard? I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. Most chopsticks put into a beard in 1 minute, and most pencils put into a beard in 1 minute. What I would like to see is a record, him in the Guinness World Book of Records, fastest way to lose or beard lost in the fastest, and like somebody at one of these events where he's doing this stupid shit, just run by with the clippers and go, bye. No more beard for you. It would ruin him. Ruin him. But, all right. Oh, shit. Where was I at? Here's where I is. Got one more. I got one more. And then we're going to wrap the show up. It's been a good show. I think I did all right by myself. Well, this one goes out for all you couples in a long distance relationship. You know, I was just in one. Fortunately, my girlfriend did just move in with me a couple weeks ago. So, now we're not doing the long distance thing anymore. But there is a.
We might if I go back to Pennsylvania because you're mean to me.
You're not going back to Pennsylvania. There is a remote kissing device that lets long distance lovers share silicone smooches.
Oh, Jesus. Watch cat videos on TikTok.
And this is shaped like a mouth, obviously. How the first thing a dude is going to do when he gets this thing is stick his dick in it because how many news stories do we see daily? Oh, guys sticking their dick in shit where it doesn't belong or sticking shit on their dick that doesn't belong there. Pop bottles, cans, PVC pipe, whatever, and it getting stuck. So that dudes are going to stick their dick in this thing. I don't know if you guys can see this very well. Let me see if I can kind of make adjustments. This is for those of you watching. If you're listening to us and you want to see it, go ahead and pop on over to the YouTube channel, Nonsensical Nonsense Podcast. But that's what it looks like. Oh, that's actually a good shot. you know dudes are going to stick their dick in that. Every damn one of them. Not every damn one of them, but a good number of them. They're going to stick their dick in it. But this is a Chinese company is to share their smooches via cell phone app. Of course, it's a cell phone app. The remote kiss device created by the Changzhou Vocational Institution of Mechatronic Technology uses a set of silicone lips to replicate the pressure, movement, and temperature of a kiss that is then replicated by the corresponding devices via a smartphone app. This goes back to the old iPhone we were already talking about. Uh, Jiang Zhongli. I think I nailed that. But yeah, we'll go with Jiang. He said, or she said, uh, they said in my university I was in a long distance relationship with my girlfriend. Oh yeah, so he said, um, so we only had contact with each other through the phone. That's where the inspiration for this device originated. Uh, Jiang, who led the team that created the device, told China's state-run Global Times the $41 device is available on Chinese shopping site. It's kind of their version of Amazon, I'm assuming. Toa Um, also has an option in the app to share kisses with anonymous strangers. Interesting. What the fuck? The vocational institution Mechatronic Technology obtained a patent for the device in 2019, but the patent expired in 2023. Jiang said he is hoping other designers will now be able to improve on the product. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, if you're in a long distance relationship, go on Toa and order yourself the kissing device. And ladies, little PSA, little FYI, and I do mean for your information, not fuck you, idiot. When you're sending your boyfriend kisses with this device, he's sticking his dick in it. So just be warned. You think you're being all sweet and romantical and all that bullshit? Sending your boyfriend who lives 500 miles away or 1,000 miles away kisses on this device, he's got his dick in it. So you are essentially giving him virtual blowjobs. And that's where we'll leave the show. Hashtag virtual blowjobs. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. I did the best I could on my own. Don't judge me. I feel like I did a good job. I should pat myself on the back. It's ladies and gentlemen, it's hard being the champ, but somebody's got to do it. So good thing I'm here. No, I do appreciate y'all listening. Make sure you tune in Wednesday night. I think it's going to be an awesome show. Maddie James from Blacktop Mojo will be joining us. I got to get that all on social media. Get some posts made tonight and get them out there so that people can start seeing it. Definitely come in, hang out with us. I'm looking forward to having Matt here on Wednesday, plus whatever other crazy shit that we normally get into. Go ahead and check us out on all them social medias again: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Join us live Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays on YouTube and Twitch. And if you can't join us live and hang out in the chatters box and shoot the shit with us, we'll go ahead and check us out on Spotify and everywhere you listen to podcasts at. All at Nonsensical Nonsense. Nonsensical Nonsense Podcast. Words are hard. Jesus Christ. I think I smell toast. Give us a follow, give us a like, give us a share, if you be so kind. And don't forget to turn your notifications on. That way you know. That way you get the heads up. Hey, the boys are at it. They're doing what they do. They're acting up. And with that being said, let's go ahead and wrap the show up with another little Blacktop Mojo. In the meantime, you guys can check out Blacktop Mojo wherever you stream music, and on all social media at Blacktop Mojo. Go check out their tour dates. They might be coming to a town near you. And if they are, go fucking see them. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like you got anything better to do. Thought I had. Apparently I was wrong. I took a whole bunch of music. Oh, there we go. Yeah, let's do this. Blacktop Mojo with their cover of Fleetwood Mac's Dreams.
Okay, I got you. This is about to get interesting.
Now here you go again, you say you want your freedom, but who am I to bring you down? And it's only right that you should play it the way you feel it. But listen carefully to the sound. Dreams of loneliness are like a heartbeat drives you mad. Oh, the stillness of remembering what you had and what you lost. Yeah, what you had and what you lost. Oh, and thunder only happens when it's raining. And players, they only love you when they're playing. And I said, hey women, yeah, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you know. You will know. Now here I go again. I see the crystal vision, but I keep my visions to myself. But it's only me who wants to wrap around your dream. But have you any dreams you like to sell? Dreams of loneliness are like a heartbeat drives you mad. Oh, the stillness of remembering what you had and what you lost. You know what you had and what you lost. Oh, and thunder only happens when it's raining. And players, they only love you when they're playing. And I said, hey women, yeah, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you know. Oh, you will know. You will know. Thunder only happens when it's raining.
Blacktop Mojo for your host to end the show. Appreciate y'all listening. We'll see you guys Wednesday night. Same nonsensical time, same nonsensical channel. With that being said, be good. Or be good at it. Goodbye, motherfuckers. Hit the button.